It begins with our mission and values, a culture of innovation and collaboration, achieving a global perspective beyond the classroom, turning education and theory into practice, developing lifelong interests and connections, and striving to make a difference in our communities. Marist College.
Welcome back, everybody, to EGFC for our last match of the night. My name is Keela Miles, joined all night long by Soy. And to wrap us up for tonight, we have Manhattan College taking on Marist.
Yeah, a MAC battle to wrap up the night, and an intriguing one, to say the least. Marist, we saw them last week. They had a very strong performance, to say the least. 31-0 over Niagara. They looked like another high contender for that highly contested MAC conference. And Manhattan, although they are 0-1, they had a very tough fight against Quinnipiac, who was in grand finals of that MAC conference last year. So Manhattan on the rise, but this is really where that test of true steel comes in. Was it an off week for Quinnipiac, or is Manhattan the real deal? I think we're about to find out.
It's really hard in the early season to get those huge upsets. And I feel like Marist, they're not going to let anything slip through their fingers, but Manhattan College could have come out swinging. I mean, they have a lot of new freshmen this year, and they've had a couple weeks to adapt to them on the roster this season. So hopefully that weeks of prep time is making them a bit more of a threat. But to start out, we're going to have... Is that actually Zucchini? No, it's not. Zucchini does not play Greninja. We're going to see who's actually on. As it is going to be Relax, who did actually have a very nice set last week.
Yeah, Relax looked really good on this Greninja, and going up against Creative on Manhattan. These are two characters that are part of that combo gang. They love to get in on each other and do a ton of damage. You can see both searching for their early combos.
Ooh, that side B is an opportunity to punish, though. Goes for another back air, but it's not going to connect. Relax now. In a bit of a juggle situation themselves. Creative trying to find some ways around this, but when you're above without a jump right now, it can get a little hectic. 75% already.
Yeah, and you can see... that was a good forward air off the start there for Creative. But that is what you're going to be looking for, those up tilts. He has not really landed them so far this set. Was able to find the first one, but now he's got Relax off stage, dipped way low, but he's going to be able to make it back.
Forward air off the ledge is going to even up percents, but that dash attack not going to be punished. The counter, though, on that down smash will be enough. An unexpected option right there, as Relax is able to clean up that stock, and now there's a bit of wiggle room.
Yeah, I really liked that counter, too, because Creative, that's a smart down smash to try and catch Relaxer's recovery, but Relax reacts appropriately and angles the counter appropriately to make sure Creative gets sent the right way.
And now, going to be hanging on, safe as you please. Relax, in general, has been, just playing the long game right here. They're okay to just get a couple little hits. It gets that really nice poking tool right there in the F tilt. Sets them up for some nice stuff, but not quite able to find a follow-up yet. We're able to send them off the stage. Enough. That's very low. Yeah, I was going to say, without a wall jump, you're not going to live that. Creative now down 2 stocks.
And I think Creative thought he had his jump, but he might have burned it early. Either way, Relax up 3-1 here. He is at 170. We'll see if Creative can find a way to take this stock.
Yeah, Up air not gonna connect. 179%. Was that a combo move that almost just killed? Oh my soy. Things are getting out of hand. Almost 200% on this frog, and he won't bounce.
And you can tell Relax is trying so hard right now to hold on to this stock. Good down tilt, but even the first hit of that up tilt and the up B to sneak by, but that back air will clean it up. So Creative is on the board, but Relax in firm control of this first game.
Two tech situations that don't really go Creative's way. Relax, though, does get caught by the up tilt, but drops the combo just a little bit. And then there's the down tilt on the platform. That is guaranteed death. The sweet spot up smash, perfectly found. That'll be an immediate 2 points on the board for Marist.
Yeah, really good showing there from Relax. And that down tilt into up smash, I mean, that's the Greninja bread and butter, right? But we didn't see it used throughout most of that set. We mostly saw Relax use that down tilt and set up looking for other moves, things like nair, forward air, falling up air. He saved the kill move until it mattered the most, and that was a really smart play by Relax, because a lot of players will just throw out that up smash to try and get the immediate damage.
Yeah, it really nice delay, and overall, it just felt like they couldn't find the kill. I mean, I hate that that is my most common criticism, but it's been something I've been working on myself recently. Just figuring out how to stay calm, find your way in, find your opening, find your kill confirm, and don't let the window close out on you. Because once you do, then you're in for a world of hurt, as you just hit them with weak move after weak move after weak move, desperate to find the kill, and it does damage your mental trying to get through all that.
And it kind of plays to something we've talked about before, and I mentioned a couple times already, but that tunnel visioning of, you know, you just want the kill, so you throw out these options that you think will kill. It's like going fishing, right? You're just trying to find something, anything to try and secure that stock, but that's exactly what they're looking for. You're throwing out all of these options trying to get the kill, and it ends up being too committal, and you just eat so much damage for it.
Yes. Now, gonna be running it back on the Falco Greninja. Creative now taking us all the way to Kalos. There are hopes that maybe a bit of a better recovery, a bit of better options, but still gonna be tough. Catching them with the last hit of that forward air. Not quite enough to get anything started, though.
Yeah, and I do like this stage a little bit more. Both of these characters have the ability to recover a little bit more. They got a little bit more space to work with and plan out their approaches, but you still get all of the value of the combos because those platforms are off to the side of the stage.
Of course.
What a forward smash from Relax.
Yeah, that was very nice. The drag down forward air, though, is going to give Creative an opportunity to get some more stuff going, but it's not enough. Just going to be linking one thing after another. There we go. Following Relax all the way up into the sky. Creative still isn't able to find the finisher now. There it is. Reading the air dodge in with the forward smash. All right, now Creative's on the board, but the drag down right there, oh, that's a scary situation.
Yeah, very scary. He is able to get out of it for now, but 50% on him, and this is where you have to play very carefully. Relax has done a good job, actually, with those jabs, mixing up the gentleman to the rapid jab, and I wonder what Relax was going for there around that platform, but either way, interesting trade-off stage. Going deep, he is able to make it back.
Yeah, and that's a terrifying situation when you get spiked at low percent like that. You don't want to throw out too many panic options because that's an assured death. But, ooh, using the side B as a combo extension right there, Relax eating a lot more damage, but the drag down right there, not quite able to get the follow-up. The forward smash was a little too slow. Now, Creative has an opportunity, another drag down, but they read the wrong tech roll, and now Relax has more or less given themselves an even game to work with.
It's interesting. Creative has started to use this side B to kind of close the distance on that center stage and not give Relax the time he needs to try and figure out his approach. He's just going in with that side B, even here, and he's using it as a combo extension, like you said, but dipped a little too far and got punished for it that time. Trading with the back air, but the forward smash will clean up the stock, and now Creative on his last stock.
Oh, and that low percent down tilt confirmed. Beautiful right there. Is now Lex is off stage, but not quite able to get the 2-frame. Gonna get back there for your trouble, but that's a really good aggressive read. Knows Creative wants to hit them with the side B so much, so punishes it with the down air is what I would say. The down air didn't just get them killed. Down air's trash. I changed my mind. But down tilt, on the other hand, whew, what a kill confirm right there. Popping straight up into the sweet spot up smash. It's going to be the finisher right there. A 2-0 from good old Relax right there. Opening it up good for Marist.
Yeah, unfortunate loss of the stock there, but you know, you win some, you lose some. And Relax, he won this match, and he won it pretty cleanly. Creative, I think, like you said, you know, once Greninja got to those high percents, he just didn't have an answer for finding a kill move, and you could start to tell he kind of tunnel visioned. That side B that was working well for all those combo extensions, he started to fall out of the percents where those were really working, and that's when Relax was able to take advantage. That second stock side B hits him, he falls out of the percent window for the forward air to follow up on it, and then he gets punished by landing and throwing out that forward smash. So good stuff to Relax. He just felt like he had a lot of control over that set.
Yeah, control was really the name of the game. It felt like Creative started to find some ways in to kind of disrupt, throw them off their rhythm towards the end right there. But in the side Bs, they were not an answer. They were more of a Band-Aid. And once Relax really ripped that Band-Aid off and saw it for what it really was, there wasn't much to it. It was a burst option for sure, but it was a highly punishable burst option, as you saw towards the end.
Yeah, and that's something that Manhattan, you know, I think we see this a couple times on a couple of their players. They just, I hate to say it again, but they tunnel vision. They want to get a kill or an option a certain way, and it's so telegraphed that you're able to react to it. And Creative there, you know, he found an answer. He adapted. He found those side Bs to give himself a chance. But the second it stopped working, it didn't feel like there was another, you know, plan B, plan C. And that's the level that's the question for Manhattan. Can they find that adaptation mid-set? And it just wasn't there in that first set.
Yeah, and now we have two mainstay players from both teams coming in. Team captain Zucchini from Marist, looking just as dominant as last season. I mean, the Ridley and the Bowser, two very hard characters to play at this level, but they managed to make it work in style. Meanwhile, well, they may be changing things up. Sans Man seems to be the choice, who has a regular arsenal of characters. They got the Aegis, they got the Hero, and they got the Sonic. Yeah, I don't know which you would prefer.
I mean, it's a whole slew of characters under their belt, and they've been here since year one, I believe, so they are experienced with this format, and it's going to be tough if they're going up against the captain and Zucchini. One note I made here, I thought this was interesting. Zucchini, who's been here for a while, last season, he was only ever shut out in points once in 13 sets. That's how dependable he has been for the Marist Red Foxes. And that one shutout, he was going up against Bobby Time from DePaul, who, again, DePaul, one of the giants of this league. So he has been, you know, gold practically for the Marist Red Foxes.
Yeah, so we'll see how Zucchini holds up now. Getting the immediate landing fair. This is the combo game that I love to see from Bowser right here. So much damage chunked on him. The super armor will not armor through the zap, but it doesn't matter. You still get a ton of percent. Now, Hero is going to get the tech chase with that. We're going to avoid the snoops. That is crucial right there. And the sizzle doesn't connect either. No mana whatsoever for Sandsman Man. Zucchini, a big opportunity to punish right now as they get the throw off stage. Just enough for Zoom, though.
Well, I feel like a lucky draw, but Sandsman Man will take it either way. And the other interesting part about this matchup is that, oh my, well, hold my thought, because Zucchini, he's going out deep for that edge guard, but answered right back by the Magic Burst.
No way to avoid that whatsoever, except by being aggressive or passive, which I don't see Zucchini doing any day of the week. Now, they see this Psych Up online and they do not care. The thing about the Psych Up is it prompts you to be very cautious with what move you hit them with. But when you're not throwing out moves, it's just an invitation to be punished.
Yeah, and Sandsman Man, the way he's playing this hero right now, you'll also probably note it too, he is not afraid to just continually use this meter. That was an ambitious forward smash that nearly paid off, but he gets hit by the down air. So now he's got to find a way to take this stock soon. And with all those spells online, it feels like Zucchini was living on borrowed time as that neutral B connects.
Yeah, that neutral B, such an underutilized tool by heroes, so I'm glad Sandsman Man is not shy to it, but the neutral get up right there, oh, that's tempting fate.
Really was. And you had to wonder too if Sandsman Man just thought, hey, maybe I will time this correctly, or I'm not sure about his armor. Either way, Sandsman Man and Zucchini on their last stocks, even percents. Big stock for both of these players right now.
Getting the grab right there. Doesn't care at all about the Flame Breath. The landing there, though, does help even up the percents. This is not going to connect either. But there's the fully charged neutral bait. We've seen them get so much mileage off of it in the past. I thought they were going for the Magic Burst right there, trying to cover every option, but it's not going to be enough. Psych Up is now online, but they don't have the mana for the Fireball at all. So the Fireball is going to be there. They get the bounce online, but the forward air, that's no projectile. Even though it's hurtling towards you at lightning fast speed, it still is going to be the stock. Zucchini continuing Marist lead.
Big game there for Zucchini because it felt like Sandsman Man was really starting to build up momentum after taking that second stock, but great response there from Zucchini. And what I love about that last interaction there is that it shows Zucchini is not afraid to go off stage, and on top of that, just the quick reaction too, because you saw how much focus was on that magic bar of, you know, how much MP does Hero have? Can he use this ability or not? It looked like he was going to use the neutral B, but didn't have enough. And then he goes off stage, gets bounced so he doesn't get Flamed Breath to get back on stage. But the amount of time it took to scroll through that menu, select that option, and then go for the jump gave Zucchini the time to react to go for that runoff forward air.
Yeah, of course. And I did like how clean a lot of the gameplay was. I like the tech chasing with the Fireball. But being too over-reliant on spells, it can cost you. We saw a lot of times, specifically in that last hit scenario, in the panic button scenario, they threw out the fully charged Fireball, and nothing. Poof. Just smoke and mirrors. Because they did not have the proper setup.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's one of the things about Sandsman Man's game style here is that you can tell he's not afraid to throw out spells. And there was another hero in the league last year, I believe he was on Wichita State, who, you know, was just not afraid to play with the low MP bar, but you have to be so careful about it because remember, that's Hero's recovery that you also have to worry about through that special meter. So it's just so important, and it really dictates the match. But unless Zucchini runs in, you know, it feels like Zucchini just doesn't give Sandsman Man the time to worry about that bar.
Yeah, no time at all. Now Oomph is online, so that forward air is gonna hurt. Oomph plus Psych Up means you have a lot of shield break set up as well, but the spells aren't affected by that. Forward air, though, it becomes an incredibly strong kill move. Using this up B now, try and take the stock. Goes for it all right there, but Zucchini does not quite get the spike, so it's gonna forfeit that stock.
So an early lead here for Sandsman due to the unfortunate down air of Zucchini, but either way, he will take the lead, and all that damage he did early was thanks to those spells, but now he's in disadvantage, and that forward air has been so good for Zucchini. His spacing on it is immaculate.
Gonna avoid the snooze, and now Zucchini, I love just how many tomahawks just short hopping around, making it so hard, elusive, which is kind of a scary thought to think about this big old dragon. But now to match that speed, getting that Accelerado online, the flying forward air going to take them out. The bang not going to be enough. They're not quite able to get onto the platform to capitalize. No real big openings handed over to Zucchini yet.
Ooh, that was a huge up tilt, and that was a huge setup as well. That up tilt, you saw Zucchini, I believe he threw out down B, looking for a possible shield break, but Sandsman's up tilt caught him just in enough time, and then the extra explosion there on the... I'm blanking on the spell name, but it was able to take that second stock off the board.
And now, able to try and get the roll in right there, but... Zucchini playing at a healthy percent may not last very long though, as the jab does set up the tech chase setup. Taken to the top platform though, you're almost taken out. Forward air all the way off. When you're in the menu like that and you don't get zoom, you're done for.
Yeah, he took a gamble on the menu and it did not pay off, but right now, last stock scenario, Sandsman down in percentage. Too good side B. Gonna get him a little bit closer to that kill percent, but Sandsman's got to play so careful around this ledge here. That time that he spends in the menu has been so costly.
Yeah, especially when you're fishing for a certain spell. Landing with the down air, that's not going to slip through the platform. Zucchini going to punish that hard with an up smash, and that will be it. Zucchini, with the 2-stock comeback right there, is able to continue getting 2 O's from Marist.
Huge win there. And again, it felt like Sandsman had his moments in this set, but Zucchini adapting and overcoming and able to clutch that one out, giving them a 9-0 lead headed into set number 3. Great stuff to the captain.
Yeah, fantastic work. 9-0, not the craziest lead we've seen coming off the start of this. Manhattan College has certainly been keeping it close but no cigar for them. And it is starting to show a little bit that maybe they don't have just in the head-to-head the right matchups. But we'll see how they're going to be able to do. Got a couple more players coming out. It's looking like Coldface is confirmed from Marist. Coldface, oh man, is one of their new players. Whole bunch of characters, but apparently shows a lot of promise. Was one of the big freshmen that they're like, oh, we got to get them on our team.
Yeah, last week we saw Coldface open up, I believe, the series with his Ike, and he looked very strong against Niagara. So exciting to see him back. We'll see if he opts to stay with that Ike or not, depending on who he goes up against. Looks like Rizo Luca is going to get locked in here for Manhattan, and that's another name on this Manhattan roster that we've seen year in and year out, and he's got his own slew of characters. Last week we saw him go with Pit and Pyramithra specifically, so interesting to say the least.
Oh yeah, certainly is. I expect it will be a little tough when this counterpick war gets going, but stage matters a lot when you have no idea what your opponent could be rolling out with. So definitely going to try and be going to wherever's comfortable, maybe just wherever's neutral. So it looks like it's just going to be a PS2 gentleman for now.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense, right? If you're not sure what type of style your opponent is going to play, Pokemon Stadium is always kind of a safe bet. And I'm really curious to see if Rizo Luca busts out another character here, because I feel like we've seen more than just those two from him. Those were just the two he opted for last week. And this is really the test for a lot of these Manhattan players, because, again, a lot of their roster has been here since year one. So now you've got that experience under your belt. Can you show what you've learned over the past 2 years and bring it all together? That's really the test here.
As it will be the Ness versus the Captain Falcon. Coldface gonna look to blow up this little boy off stage, but, well, Luca hoping for the same thing. Pressuring with the multiple up airs, but that's just gonna get you caught. Tricky movement right there with the magnet is going to get a little bit of damage on the side of Coldface, but hanging on just fine and dandy. Trying to approach with the Nair, but the ground game is completely covered by Luca, and apparently the air game too.
Yeah, great job finding that back air, and not just any back air, but the strong hit of back air. And speaking of strong hits, the knee off of that grab, and Coldface back in the game.
Ooh, just the jab into PK Fire is obviously not going to connect, and now going with the up air trains. Not going to find much more than that, though. Coldface. Playing calm. Playing cautious. Playing around this ledge. Trying to catch a jump right there, but not going to be delivered by Luca. And after that explosive start, they're down quite a bit. Going to be caught by that up B, though.
And not respecting the spacing of that up B, that was almost another knee, and Coldface, he wants this kill so badly. That's 2 or 3 kill moves back to back, looking for another follow-up here, but just waiting for Luca's defensive options. This is dangerous. He's not going to get the second bounce, and he's not going to be able to recover.
When you don't get that air dodge, it hurts so much. You came inches away, but didn't quite grab it, and now you're a stock down after that. Going to be pressuring with the up air. The PK Fire does connect, but not able to quite connect it to anything else.
Ooh, surviving that back throw, that's huge for Coldface. Holding on to this stock for now. That one, though, should do the trick from center stage. So, last stock scenario here in game 1.
Yeah, that Nair not safe on hit at 0, and now side B isn't quite enough to really get a punish. He's going for this PK Fire. Not going to really connect with it, though. But it could be a huge opening if it does. It's so fruitful, you've got to keep trying again and again. Forward tilt into down smash. The tech chase was good. The low recovery right now, snapping right to ledge, avoiding the 2-frame. Luca playing with fire.
Went for the up air. Thought he was going to go for the knee, but that's a good reaction on that air dodge, and that up B is just too far away from the ledge, so Coldface picking up an extra point for the Red Foxes.
And it's all just been these one-stock victories, Soy. It's so tantalizingly close for the side of Manhattan, but it's never quite there. Marist is just that step ahead. 1 step, maybe 2. But that's enough to win the race.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it goes back to that clutch factor that we've talked about, right? It feels like Marist, when they're in these close scenarios, they just find that extra gear. They just find that extra little read or that extra tendency that, some players just don't quite see or pick up on, and they find a way to get the job done. And it puts Manhattan here in quite the hole. Down 10, down 1 game in this set. It's certainly not, out of the woods by any means, but Luca, he has got to find a way to get back in the stage. And you hate to see it all really come down to, you hate to wonder what would have happened if he didn't SD, right? But you got to be able to overcome those moments.
Oh, for certain. And those moments, they're all too common. And so you've got to take them into the real game. But even without it, it still did feel like Luca had an opening in the beginning and then just dropped it. They came back upon, and they couldn't stop the freight train that was Coldface. So now going to keep running back the same matchup. We'll see. Coldface continues Marist's streak of just one stock after another, or Luca can find something new.
And I really feel like the way these two are playing, it is just these two characters beat up on each other, and they're not afraid to box with each other either, around pressure around each other's shields, which makes it very interesting. But one thing I have noticed is that Luca has not made very good utilization of that side B. He's using it very close to Coldface, trying to set it up into something, and it just has not come to fruition yet.
That down tilt right there. There's no jump. Yeah, Luca out of there. Very early percent gimp after an air dodge read right there. And now you're able to just continue this string right here. But that is a hard spike. But too close to the side of Kalos. Oh no, Luca.
That's tragic. I mean, that was such a good spike to turn things around, and like you said, just too close to the stage, that LP hitbox too big, and he ends up paying the price for it. But these are the moments that if you're Manhattan, if you're going to stick around in this MAC conference, you got to be able to find a way to battle back here. Is that next gear there?
Ooh, that charge forward smash, not nearly going to hit, as now Luca baiting them in, saying, I have the high ground, but they give it up. And that is going to be it, falling right down into the up smash. A terrifying little trap laid out by Coldface is going to continue to give Marist the lead. Luca, it feels like they're just an inch away from being on the same level, but Coldface was always that extra oomph that they needed.
And I feel like after that second stock, I feel like the moral victory was lost in that moment. It felt like that sucked the air out of the comeback, you know, because you have that momentum. You got the spike, and you evened up the stock count. He was at relatively low percent when he got it too. I think he was only at 40-ish, 30-ish, maybe less. But either way, it felt like it took the wind out of the sails of the comeback there for Luca. So Coldface, good job taking advantage of the the mistakes of your opponent, and it's a well-earned victory for the Red Foxes.
Yeah, and now we've got a toughie coming up. Could be a heartbreaker, could be quite an upset, as Luke will be coming in from the side of Marist, rocking the Cloud and Sephiroth when I last checked, and oof, they definitely put on a show. Meanwhile, though, Manhattan College is sending in their very own Crimson, who, if you remember, is a truly terrifying Kirby player, but they also are playing Kirby into some sorties. Yeah,
this is, I mean, you know, I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a Kirby versus Sephiroth matchup. That could be interesting to watch. It's another one of those weird ones where Kirby is still going to struggle to get in, but as all Sephiroths do, once they get in on you, you can die very early. And Kirby, I feel like, is one of those characters that has a surprising amount of kill power behind a lot of their moves.
Yeah. Forward smash, dash attack, even Nair at some points can really find the kill. But the issue is Kirby loves that ground game, loves to stay around with the down tilts, with the, dare trains. But we'll have to see how they're able to pan out right here, as it is going to be the Sephiroth coming out versus the Kirby.
Yeah, and something Luke does really well is similar to the way William and Mary played, just controls the pace of the matchup very well, controls the space, with those side Bs and forward airs very well. And that's going to be the challenge for Crimson, because, again, you don't want to approach Sephiroth from above, but with Kirby, all those jumps, it's so tempting to do so.
And holding shield all the way through right there as Crimson almost went right into the inhale right there, but now the Shadow Flail's on Kirby. Tries to get a bit of the shield pressure right there, but the air dodge doesn't quite save them from the Shadow Flare. Hovering in the air to avoid that, but even so, they've still got a lot to deal with, and the one wing is out now.
Oh my! Oh, Luke is not messing around. 2 heavy hits back to back to clean up stock number 1.
Yeah, down air into up smash. That any day of the week is going to finish you off. And you still got one wing, too.
This is scary, and Crimson is able to make it back to stage, and this is where things become very dangerous for Crimson because Sephiroth's got his own kill power in his back pocket, and Kirby is, I believe, one of the lightest characters in the game, so that's a huge down smash for Crimson to knock a lot of that rage off the board.
Yeah, and now, again, you've got the Shadow Flare on, so you can't really continue any combos. 9% on the board. Going to avoid triggering that counter, but you're still hovering above Sephiroth. Running out of jumps. Oh, I don't know if they meant to do that. Yeah. And that hammer, that's going to be costly right there.
Yeah, unfortunate side B there, causing too much lag. And that's the other part of this matchup that Crimson is really struggling with. When Luke is off stage, he does not have an answer to edgeguard him. And now look at all the shield pressure. Luke wanted the down air, but just misspace it a little bit so Crimson's shield will survive for now.
Now the landing there is going to get you punished. Rapid jabs, but you've still got to find a way to clear off an entire stock from Sephiroth. Electing not to get the flare, it's not as useful as some other neutral specials, but even so, oh no! Just barely misspacing it, wanting to get the perfect ledge snap, but it's not enough. And because of that, Crimson going to be down a game.
Yeah, just not quite able to space that up B properly. There is a little bit of fade on that up B. You have a little bit of drift that you can input on it, so right idea, but wrong execution, unfortunately. And now, I mean, you would have to, with 2 sets left, it is not out of the woods still for Manhattan, but a win is off the table unless you bring it all the way back into overtime. And the way Luke is playing, I don't think it's possible, but we've seen stranger things happen in this league, so credit where credit is due, though. Luke looked fantastic. He looked like he was in control of that matchup from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's the same old song and dance. Crimson put up a serious fight, especially in the early stages of the game. But you have to win neutral so many times against Sephiroth to get the equivalent of 1 or 2 bread and butter combos. That's the sad truth of the matter.
And it's just hard for a character like Kirby, especially when you're dealing with such a large disjoint and you don't have the easiest approach options in the world. So we'll see how he can find a way in here in game or if he can find a way in here in game number 2.
Ooh, getting the counter right there. That's why you have to be so careful about perfect spacing. Forcing a delayed recovery thanks to that, but that up B is going to be punished. But the up tilt, it doesn't even lead to another one. Perfect DI from Luke to get out of that scot-free. Now, trying to go for the inhale off stage, but that's just going to get you invited to the back air train.
Yeah, great back air there to clean up that stock, and Luke's spacing is really on point. Look at all of the threat he applies. Even here, just gets the one hit of side B and then follows up immediately. Just knows how to capitalize.
And now you do have the back here to send Luke off stage. A very definite opportunity, especially when you misinput your up B like that. 1 for 1. Crimson gave you one. You gotta be fair and equitable.
Yeah, I wanted the up B there. I'm fairly certain didn't want to stall it with that side B. But either way, Crimson will take it. He's at 80%. I actually like that play. Dips low, completely avoids the neutral B. But he might have dipped a little too low. The catch of the down tilt messing up his recovery, and Luke back up a full stock.
Yeah, and that counter not going to be enough. Crimson wise enough to be wary of that, but if you go for the inhale, they're going to charge the up B. It happens. That's how Luke has been getting around it. Crimson has not gotten any mileage off of that. Now, going for it all. The down air, though, is going to be punishable. Forces a high recovery thanks to the flare. Now, going to be... It's terrifying seeing them charge that up. Trying to bait them into not blocking the shadow flare, I assume.
And he could not find the shield there. Didn't want his shield broken. Then the back air, strong hitbox and all, will clean up that stock. So Luke, 2-stock victory there in game number 2, and a well-deserved victory.
Yeah, making this look really impossible. Well, it is literally impossible for Manhattan College to get the W in the end. But Marist didn't get nearly as many points as they could have. Every step of the way was fought tooth and nail. Manhattan College did not make it easy. And it's a shame that the scoreline does not reflect that, because that 0 does not show how close all of those games came.
Yeah, it's just that slight extra step that Marist has right now, and it's come through in spades right now for the Red Foxes as Luke, continues to tear up this league. I believe, fun fact from last season, he was 4-0 in the 4 games of the regular season he played, undefeated in the regular season, and continuing that streak here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is going to be a sub coming in. I was hoping to see a little more Chimmy, one of their starters, but instead, let me check the name right here because it's a doozy. You're going to want to hear this one. It is Stinky Cheese 784, who, by the way, repping my old main, the Jigglypuff. This is it's a matchup that's going to hit close to home, as Marist is sending them out. You know they're going to be good. Meanwhile, Manhattan College, they are doing a little unclear.
Looks like they're gonna lock in Cross, but we'll wait to see that for sure. Cross is another member of this team that's been around for a while. I believe he's been here since year 1, and he's one of their typically their anchors. Last week he had one of the wins against Quinnipiac in their set count. He had 5 points for their team, and he actually defeated Baco, who was the MVP of that MAC conference, it felt like, last year. So Cross was a very big name on this Jaspers roster.
Yeah, as now, I guess since we have a moment, just a couple of little delays. I thank you all for your patience as we get into the last set of the night. Gonna kick it off with a banger as Stinky Cheese repping the Jigglypuff. Now, some people think Jigglypuff has a bad rep, and that's mainly lingering from previous games, but there has been some serious work done with this character in recent days. In particular, Base Mage placing 5th at Smash World Tour South, or West. That's some serious stuff right there. There's a lot of innovations recently in how you use down air, how you loop people around and around, use it to set up for DI mix-ups into rests. There's a lot of potential here, and I'm curious how their proficiency with it is, because, well, there's a lot of different levels to Jigglypuff. You could just be pounding.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've even seen some success with Jigglypuff here in the EGF on Mississippi State. It was Canoe who was able to get, I believe, either a 2-stock or a 3-stock on Sienna in one of his sets. And Canoe has been what's the word I'm looking for? Intricate part of that roster. And part of the reason that Mississippi State was so threatening last year as the defending champs is that they've got these different types of matchups, and Jigglypuff is one of those weird ones, right? He's a floaty character like Kirby, and he's got that shield break mechanic, but he also really can blow you up in terms of damage.
Yep. A simple Jigglypuff combo, easy 50%, but pretty much any character in Ultimate can say that. The issue is, every combo that Jigglypuff has is a mix-up. If you DI, quote, correctly, you might escape, you might eat some percent. If you DI incorrectly, you're gonna get rested, assuming that you have the confidence. And when you're up like this and you have literally nothing to lose, you've got to have the confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And something that Jigglypuff also does really well is, and every Jigglypuff I think looks for this at some point. They look to catch those jumps. If they can just, wall you off stage, they will. And I think that's something that I'm really looking forward to in this match. If it is Cross, I believe it is Cross getting locked in for Manhattan, that is going to be most likely a Robin coming through. And that's a character that you can, as Jigglypuff, you can exploit their recovery, so it's not off the table by any means.
Yeah, you just have to be careful of those aerial smash attacks, I mean, every character does, but Jigglypuff in particular, dying off a stray hit is terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jigglypuff being one of the lightest characters in the game too, will just die early. And you saw even from Outer Rim, how early Robin can kill, especially with all those setups. And think about the shield break setups too. Cheese is going to have his work cut out for him this set.
We are finally getting into this. It'll be Stinky Cheese 784 versus Cross themselves. Going at it on PS2. Gotta commend Stinky Cheese for using the best Jigglypuff ult as they go for the immediate pound. Just feeling them out for now. Trying to find the way through these projectiles. The reverse nair is an easy pathway into grab and catches the nair off ledge too. Very nice start from Stinky Cheese.
Yeah, off to a little bit of an early percent lead and doing a very good job of making himself hard to hit too, as that's a good down air, and that's the book gone too. That's what we were talking about with the exploitable recovery. Huge stock there for Cheese.
And it was the drag down too. They were ready to tech, they air dodged, and it was all over. They're all done. Go for the grab right there. Not really gonna work out. Oof. Goes for the double pound right through that. Sometimes that just works though, as you're able to start carrying Cross off the stage. Uppy though, gonna be caught by the down air, dragging down into the grab. That's a true mix-up right there, which is not a thing.
I like the fades that Cross is doing on his recovery, just trying to weave around where Stinky Cheese is trying to cover. And he's doing a good job of it for the most part, but these openings on these nairs and forward airs from Stinky Cheese are still there. That's a good setup, though, and that's going to be the first stock off the board.
Oh, setting up the tech situation right there and finishing it with the dash attack. Stinky Cheese leading 2 stocks to 1. Cross needs to be very careful playing under this platform, because being under a platform versus Jigglypuff is actually a terrifying thing, because if you get into a tech situation on that platform, you're getting sung.
Good recovery there from Stinky Cheese as well. Cross wanted the ledge trap on that side B, but just a simple recovery high will suffice. And the crouch underneath the neutral B, I love it.
2 letters, BM right now, as they're fishing for a falling up air, they're fishing for a nair. They want this so badly, but a game with no rest is a very serious possibility right now, as able to avoid getting gimped right there. Oh, but eventually the smash attack will connect. Cross still very much in this.
Yeah, 44%, and Levinsor will come offline shortly. There it is, but not able to make good use of those projectiles. I don't think he wanted rollout, but either way, he's still going to get the follow-up off of it. And now Levinsor back online. This is a scary situation for both these players.
Yeah, right now, trying to pressure the ledge, but can't quite hang out with the arc fire there. But nairing right on over. Able to start to try and get in, but they whiff the grab. The nair out of disadvantage though. He's going to give them a chance. Snapping right to ledge. A hard read with that forward smash. That could be a punish. But eventually, in the scramble, running forward with the fast dash down smash will be the finisher right there. Stinky Cheese 782. Starting off strong.
Very good performance from him. And I think that's the second time he's kind of utilized Jigglypuff's low profile to his advantage. You saw it on that neutral B. It just goes right over top of him. But right there in that last instance, you see Robin just kind of swinging for the fences around the corner, just trying to find a stray hit on him. And gets underneath that sword, the low spacing helping him out, and as you see, or as you saw, connecting on that down smash to clean up the stock. Very good stuff right there.
Yeah, I feel like there were a lot of tricks up Stinky Cheese's sleeve right there. They are, like you said, like, for example, it's a lot of stuff that's not entirely true, but it can really trip you up. You said that they probably didn't want rollout when they were trying to get that tech situation right there. Well, the thing is, rollout is actually amazing for tech chasing. It's a very committal option, but it covers neutral get up and roll away, and you can just hold the charge so you don't get hit by get up attack. The issue was they were way too close, so they just let go of it instantly. It's just little stuff like that that shows to me that they do have a real mastery over their character, and especially the most important tool, like you said, looping all the way back around, those crouches. Being able to use that, having the awareness to use that is crucial.
Yeah, very good use of the low profile, and even on the rollout too. That rollout, although it didn't really do anything, it led to him getting another nair into forward air, which pushed Cross off stage. And I really feel like, and maybe this is just part of the matchup, but a lot of this matchup was played in the corners, off stage, right? And so it felt like, you know, that because it was really played off stage, Jigglypuff could kind of roam a bit more freely, whereas Cross, he only has so much time he can buy off stage because he's got to worry about the Levin Sword, the book, the up B, right? He's got that meter to worry about, whereas Jigglypuff, you got all the jumps in the world, you know, and Cross at some point, as soon as Stinky Cheese had the lead, Cross had to come to you, and that's exactly what Stinky Cheese was able to take advantage of.
Now, fishing for these early percent combos. Again, these soft little taps are how you get it going. And then the strong hit of back air sets up for the tech situation, but just gonna shield the Levin Sword and send Cross straight off stage. Jump already used. Elwin intercepted once, but not twice. Still, almost 100% unanswered.
Yeah, and the first real answer coming from that side B, but now no side B on deck, has to utilize this neutral B, and I don't know if I like this stage as much for Robin. You do get easier follows, but this is a dangerous place to be. Good forward air from Stinky Cheese.
And I love how they're not overcommitting whatsoever. It would be so easy to go for a tech chase rest, to go for a sing read, but no, just use the tools that are safe, that are hard to punish. Use the tools that your aerial drift can save you in.
So Cross's first stock off the board. Stinky Cheese only at 60, and that's relatively kill percent. This should be it. Yes, it is. Side B to up smash, the Robin classic, as now things are even back up.
Yeah, now landing that Arc Thunder actually gives Cross the lead. Able to get the drain as well. A complete lead, full stock.
Yeah, that was huge, and I think part of it too is that not only is Stinky Cheese, you know, hanging around the edges of the stage, but Cross is taking center stage, making it so much more difficult for Stinky Cheese to really get in through these projectiles.
Oh no! A bit of a misinput right there, but it goes unpunished. As able to survive, able to thrive. Trying to pressure under this platform. The platform movement from Cross has saved them time and time again. As you can see there, the turnaround side B did wonders, but that book was getting a little low. Had to be careful getting off the ledge.
Now Cross has to find a way back. That's a good trade for Puff, and yep, back air, clean as can be. So Stinky Cheese has got him on his last stock.
Yeah, very doable. Puff, a very clutch character. You got to throw him off the edge, though. This is where magic happens. But going a little too low means you're in a reversal situation now. Trying to get the air dodge to ledge, and you're actually running out of jumps just a little bit.
I like that. He used the Levin Sword all the way down. That's close to a shield break, too. Just so much pressure along that ledge. And now, a chance to turn it around.
Yep, as that right there, just floating in the air. You think the fastest air acceleration in the game isn't going to catch on to that one? the strong hit of back air, what I affectionately call the Ganon hitbox, is going to finish off that stock, sending you flying as it's 0-24 for Marist.
Yeah, that is a solid win, to say the least, for the Red Foxes. And yet again, they shut out another MAC conference team. They look dominant for this conference play so far.
Yeah, looking really, really clean. And overall, Manhattan has the tools. You said they had a very close set with Mississippi, correct?
Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac. Yeah, that was it. They definitely have the tools to have close sets with a lot of people. But closing them out, that's going to be another story altogether. I have faith in Manhattan. I truly believe they can come back. But tonight, Marist walks away with a resounding victory. And we can ask them a little bit more about that in just a couple short minutes. We're going to go to a quick break. When we return, we're going to have an interview with the Jigglypuff themselves, Stinky Cheese 782. Welcome back, everybody, to EGFC for our final interview of the night. From Marist College, we do have Stinky Cheese 782 coming off a win. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Hey, happy to have you here. And happy to see my old main, my old character get some fantastic representation. So, I've got to ask, as a fellow Jigglypuff player, do you think of yourself as like a risky player, or do you play it safe? Like, I noticed you didn't even go for any real rest setups, like no platform tech chase sings, no falling up air rest. Like, what is your philosophy when it comes to playing Jigglypuff?
I just play the game.
Dang, okay. I should have thought of that before I dropped the character. Just play the game.
Just play the game. The rest will come later.
That's true.
Where's the drum and cymbal for that?
That hits deep, man. It cuts hard. But yeah, that's true. Sometimes, hey, you got the fundies. You just let it work itself out on your own, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Cheese, I do have to ask, how did you come up with your name?
So, my name, it was originally something else, but when I went to my first Smash local, I just decided, like, we're all here for fun. Might as well just make fun out of my name. And that was my first local, and then it stuck with me when I came here.
Fair enough.
Okay. Simple enough. Now, you've got us on the topic now. I've got to ask, is the name suitable for stream environment? May we ask what the name was?
Yeah, it was just a nickname my uncle gave me. It was like JIBZZY, but like sometimes people would mispronounce it online for something not safe for work.
Yeah.
So,
I
therefore I
understand. But yeah, hey, whatever works. You definitely stand out now, and sometimes it's better to stand out than to fade in the background. As well, stand out is exactly what Marist College is doing. You all are looking pretty dominant, one of the top dogs this season. How do you feel about having such a strong start in the EGF?
We're feeling good. We think we're gonna win this year, and we're coming to Atlantic City hard.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask, is this your first time?
Well, we are just gonna hop over to a different question. Oh no, Soy's alive. It's a miracle.
Hello, am I back?
Yeah.
my apologies. I was gonna ask if this was your first season in the EGF before my internet stopped.
Yes, I started playing Smash Ultimate less than a year ago when I first got my Switch, and met this group of guys who enjoy playing Smash so much and just wanted to get back offline, and I'm excited.
So I was gonna ask how you feel about playing in this type of format?
What, online?
No, with the scoring system.
Oh, no, I'm fine with it. It was confusing at first to figure out, but now I'm fine with it.
Yeah, of course. And now, you already said you think you're all gonna win, so I don't need to ask about that, but I've been told you all are very amped up about the MAC, so tell me, is there any specific practice you're doing to get prepared for that MAC conference later this or next year?
No, I just invited my friends over and we play for a couple hours, and then we go to bed, and then we do it again the next day.
Hey, repetition, practice, that's what I like to hear. And, well, I'm glad you're getting that in, so I wish you best of luck in the rest of the season, and best of luck in your MAC hopefulness. Thank you for doing this interview, Stinky Cheese 782.
Thank you so much. Hashtag PackWatch.
All right, you know it. And with that, that is all we have for you today here in EGFC. If you like what you saw, make sure to follow at official EGF on all of your social media and on Twitch, EGF SSBU, where Soy and I will be here all the time. I'd also like to thank our amazing producer, Dill, from the House of 3000. Check out House 3000. Zeno up in New York is always popping, so be sure to check that out. And House of 3000 on Twitter. Additionally, check out our Twitters at KiloMilesGG for all amazing play-by-play content, and Soy Sun J Sport for some amazing casting. Soy has been around here. You hear all these players, so fond of them. If you're watching this stream, you already know who Soy is. You better be following him. Pay your due diligence. But with that, this has been Kilo Miles and Soy on official EGF. I hope you all have a wonderful night.